Hi, first graders, it's Mrs. Baker, and it's time to work on writing again. You're going to need your narrative today, and hopefully, you have worked for the last 3 days on writing your tiny moment story. You sketched across the pages to plan, and then you needed to write across 3 pages. You needed to write the beginning of your tiny moment story, the middle, and the end. At this point, we're going to do something special to make our story even stronger and more interesting to read. And today's lesson is called Ways to Bring Stories to Life. And I'm going to teach you some ways that you can bring your story to life. But first, let me show you my story before I try using the ways to bring it to life. So here's the beginning of my story. You probably recognize my sketch from earlier this week. It says, on Sunday, I was cooking dinner. My second page says, Jacob and Lucas were watching football games and eating snacks. And my last page says, they cheered, my dog Lulu got scared. Now, I think my story is okay, but I think I can make it even better. And right now I'm going to show you how you can bring your story to life. One thing that you can do is you can unfreeze the people, or maybe even the dog, like in my story, in your narrative. You can make them move and you can make them talk. In a minute, I'm going to show you how I make some of the characters move and talk in my story to make it more interesting. Another thing that you can do is you can bring out the inside of the character. You can tell what the people are thinking in your narrative, and you can tell what they're feeling. So you can talk about how they feel and talk about what they're thinking. Those will make your stories more interesting. So here's my story again, and you can tell that I added in blue pen some of the things to make my story come to life. Look at this. In the beginning, I had, on Sunday, I was cooking dinner, but then I wanted to tell you a little bit more about what I was doing. I wanted to show you how I was moving and what sounds we were hearing. So I wrote, I was adding vegetables to my biggest pot. I stirred them up as they sizzled in the pan. So my movement is adding the vegetables and stirring them up. And then I decided to add a little more to my second page. I had in the beginning, Jacob and Lucas were watching football games and eating snacks. And I wanted to tell a little bit about how they were feeling, so I wrote, they were talking and hoping the Browns would win. Now I really wanted to add a little bit more to make my ending more exciting. And I wrote, they cheered, my dog Lulu got scared. And then I added, she was jumping from the floor onto the couch and running to me. She was shivering and whining. I added a lot of details here and words like shivering and whining to let you know how Lulu was feeling. So now you're ready to try to bring your story to life. We would like you to make one change to your story. So you don't have to do as many as I did. We would like you to either have a character move, so add something to show movement, have one of your characters talk, tell what they would be saying. Maybe you want to explain how one of the people in your narrative was feeling, or maybe you want to tell what they were thinking. So how they were feeling, how they were thinking, how they were moving, or how they were talking. Pick one of those, add that to your narrative, and that will be it for your writing assignment today. Tomorrow there will not be a video, but in Google Classroom, it will tell you that you're going to finish up your story. You're going to read through it carefully and make sure that it is your best work, that it has your best spelling, that it has capital letters where capital letters belong and lowercase letters where lowercase letters belong, that you remembered to put spaces between your words, and that you remembered to use your very best spelling. You're also going to go ahead and you're going to add color to your pictures. Finally, you're going to add details and make your pictures look beautiful. Sometime next week, your teachers are going to email your families and let them know, because this narrative is something that we're going to ask for your families to drop off at school so that we can take a look at them and see all your hard work. We're excited to see your very best writing. So off you go. Go ahead and bring your story to life.